Hello, what I've got here is a Squier Telecaster, which is a Christmas present for one of my friend's sons who watches the channel. So hello Max, hope you enjoy your guitar video. So this is his first proper electric guitar, all of his very own. It's brand new, but he wanted one with a black pickguard, so I'm going to put a black pickguard on it for him. And also make sure it's set up correctly. If there's any problems with how it was put together, we'll sort of fix those, but otherwise just a pickguard and some new strings, because I don't know what strings these are. They're probably not amazing, being as they're the ones that were packaged with it. They've got multiple coloured ball ends, but that's not the D'Addario colour code. I don't know what it is. We've got some Ernie balls anyway, gauge 9s, which is nice for this kind of scale length. I'll have a quick look around. It's fairly decent. The neck's quite nice. You know, my friend's quite happy with it. It's relatively inexpensive, so it doesn't have the strings going through the body. It's just got a top, like a back top loader there, I think they're called. Yeah, Squier pickups should sound all right. We'll have a go on it, see what it's like to start with. Oh, there's some like black, it's got like black specks on it. I noticed this when I saw it before. It's got little black specks on it. They come off though, we'll clean those off. All right. It's very cold. So yeah, it's not too bad. It sounds quite nice. I mean, that's only a little amp, obviously. I did notice though, the frets feel a little bit rough when you're bending. You kind of feel them grinding a little bit. So might give the frets a polish. So I'm trying to see where it's going. I think the neck's kind of pointing down. If you can see there, there's more wood visible here than there is at that end. So you can see that the neck is kind of going into the body at a sort of declining angle. So I'll pop the neck off and put a shim in there, I think. So there's that. Also, the string tree looks like it's on a little bit of a wonk. There you go. If you look at the bottom, you can kind of see it's tilted over a little bit. Maybe I could put because I've got some, I could put the lower sort of turret. I don't know what that bottom piece is called. The collar. Normally that one is on these two strings, and this one's lower. So I could just swap out the collar. It probably won't hurt, but you know, it's not very nice, is it? Not very good. I'll check how it's set up actually, as well. So I've got my tuner here. I won't just do it with the pan pipe thing. I'll do it in the playing position. Obviously I won't do any adjustments now because I'm going to take the neck off and stuff anyway, but I just want to see what it's like at the moment. Okay, so the E is sharp. A is sharp. D is sharp, but not as much. So they're all a bit sharp. Let's try the first fret. They're all sharp at the first fret. That's quite typical for brand new guitars. So, I suppose that concludes the review portion. It's pretty decent. Obviously there's a few things that I need to sort out on it, but that's partially how they keep the cost down on things like this. I'm going to take it apart anyway, so I can sort them out. But it's pretty good overall. You know, it's going to sound the same when I've finished, but obviously it should look cooler. Right, let's go. Let's take the strings off. It's quite a delicate procedure, this. It's like brand new paint. I don't want to, you know, whip these strings out of there and damage this shiny new paint job. So the neck pocket's nice and tight, that's good. Well, that was easy enough. Yeah, the pickup's mounted inside. So let's get the black one. Make sure it lines up with everything. And it looks pretty good, yes. And there's enough wiggle room that we can just put it wherever, I think, wherever it sort of goes best. Right, let's see which screws I can get in then. I don't know, they are all slightly angled actually. I may have to do some gluing and drilling. Actually, while that's drying, I'll get rid of these black things. I'll try and get a better clip of them. So there you can see there's these tiny little black specks. Not sure what they are. Maybe they're paint from in the factory that somebody's spraying another guitar on the booth next door. There's some more there. But it was there when I first opened it. So Tim knows about it. It's not all over it. It's just in this bottom corner. It should be fairly easy to remove. I'll just use some lighter fluid. Ah yeah, that's come straight off. Well, the first bit came straight off. One of the bits came straight off. So there you go, gotten rid of that now. This pickguard has actually got holes for a pickup to go on it. So with that in mind, I wonder if I should just mount this pickup to the pickguard, just for the sake of there not being two holes there. I suppose I'll need to find some springs though, won't I? And possibly even longer screws. I've got a strap pickup here. So first thing I need to check, will it go through the hole in the pickguard? No. Will it go into the pickup? No, but it's wrong in the same way. So I might be able to use the, oh hang on, there's, as luck would have it, there's some screws stuck to the bottom of this pickup. Will they work? Yes. Bloody piece of luck. Will the screw go in that hole there? And then other side. Not going in. Come on. Now that the pickup's in the right place, what I'm going to do is just scrape along the edge of this. Because it's not very much, it has to come off. I reckon that's going to about do it. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Right. Well, hang on. Now that I've taken this neck out and put it back in, it's sitting in there at a different angle. So I'm wondering if maybe they installed it incorrectly, because now it looks all right. So I think I'm just going to put it together as it is and not put a shim in. Okay, so when I was playing this before, I noticed that the frets are a little bit rough. They're not that bad though. So what I'm just going to do is go up them one by one and just polish them off a bit. So you might think, oh well, you know, that guitar, if the frets are rough, that's not a very good guitar then, is it? But the thing is, the fact that these frets are all rough means that they've been leveled and crowned. If they were perfectly shiny and smooth, then it may mean that the person already did this, or it may mean that they just banged them in there and didn't bother to level them at all. So the fact that these frets are rough mean they actually have been leveled and stuff. Yes, they're getting better now. While I'm here though, I will give the fretboard a wipe. It's just the dust I got on there from that, really. Now this is a new guitar, but yeah, it's been in storage a long time, I expect, so it'd be good to get dust off it anyway. Fretboard does feel quite dry. I'm going to put some oil on it. Okay, I'll let that sit for a moment. I think it looks nice. It's made it look a little bit more alive. There we go. Right, that's a lot nicer than before. And it wasn't bad, but that's a lot nicer. So that's the thing put back together. So the next step, I suppose, is putting the strings on. Pretty good. So we're okay for fret buzz. See if we still work. electrics still work. You know, I had to have messed up pretty significantly to damage the electrics doing what I did, but you know, you never know with electrics. It's magic, it's voodoo. So let's see if we can do some setting up. I've been messing about with this for quite a while now, and it's turned out quite nice, I think. The strings will stretch in a bit more, obviously. Yeah, the frets are a lot smoother now. You don't feel it kind of grinding underneath the bends. Speaking of which, I might bring that up just a smidge. Just like a smidge. That's the bridge. Middle, which is both. And then the neck. There you go. The thing I want to do is take off these strings. Now what I do with these, I just snap them off. You know, you can just bend them back and forth, and then it just breaks off right on the post, and it, you know, it's really nice and clean. Yeah. Now you might think, oh God, is it going to pull through? But no, it doesn't. It hangs on by the little bent part. You know, I've been doing this for 20 years, since my brother showed me. You know, and God knows how long he'd been doing it before he showed me. You know, but I presume he still does it. So even if he only showed me that when he learned how to do it, we've both been doing it for 20 years. So that's 40 years between us of nothing going wrong with this technique. Just a tip there. There's that post. It's still at a slight lean. I think that's a result of the hole going at an angle, but it's seated more securely now. You know, and it's not, the screw goes in quite far, so it's not going to ping off. I think I've greatly improved this from how it came to me. Obviously I've sorted that out, got rid of that weird black stuff on there, whatever that was. The pickup is now adjustable, but that's a side effect of this pickguard having holes for it. But yeah, it's all sorted out. Whether I would recommend one of these for a beginner, I would say yeah, if you know how to set a guitar up or you know someone who will do it for you. With cheap guitars, a lot of the time when you give them to a learner, if you know, if the guitar doesn't work, if the intonation is off, or if the action is too high, the nut's too high, you know, it doesn't play well, then they just think they're bad and they lose motivation and enthusiasm. So it's probably worth it if you just paid somebody to set it up. The extra cost that it will cost you to get it set up won't get you that much better a guitar. So to keep the cost down on these, they cut corners when it comes to the fit and finish. You know, they kind of get it almost to the finish line, and then if you get a guitar tech to finish it off, it can be a really nice guitar. It's mainly in the workmanship rather than the materials. The materials, I mean, they're not the kind of materials you'll find on a Fender, but they are decent. They're not like, they're going to be better than the kind of stuff you get on eBay and in kit guitars and things, especially with a Squier. I think they are Chinese though now, but they'll be Indonesian, crafted in Indonesia. So still from the Far East. So yeah, you can get these in the Far East and you can get them in the West. You can't get them in the Middle East though because of the Taliban. While I've got this, the back of this neck, it's nice, but it's not amazing. And what I'm going to do is go over it with some 800. I think that will help slicken it up a bit. It's an unfinished neck. There's no finish on here whatsoever. So this will help make it a lot smoother. They probably did it to sort of 400 maybe in the factory. Yeah, so just going over the rest of it with some 8, that will help no end. Yeah, that's nice. That's way smoother now. Yeah, that's a lot slicker than before. Yep, cool. Well, that's ostensibly that. I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I hope you enjoyed that video, Max, and I hope you liked your present. I think it looks better with the black on as well, so good choice. Thanks to everyone who subscribed, and thanks for watching. Cheers!